Hey y'all, guess what? We are back for Power Book 2 Ghost. And I said that all backwards. Power Ghost Book 2. It's the final season, y'all. Listen, I'm a little upset. This is the final season. This is one of my favorite Power spin-off series. And it is sad that it's going away. This is the final season. So we're gonna make the best of it. I will give you all the reviews, and we here for it. This first episode did not disappoint, especially with the how it ended, with the twists and turns going on. But we will get into it. Check it. Hey, my name is Mizu. Welcome to my channel, Mizu14, and I'm back to the review of Power Book 2 Ghost. Whatever you want to say it. It's the final season, episode 1 to season 4, and I Don't Die Easy. And what a title and what episode it was. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do it in order. I'm trying to mix around based on stories because y'all know with Power's a lot going on. So I'm going to match it with the stories. No, just want to match with the story. So here we go. Let's do with Monet. So we know Monet is fighting for her life. She's, she got shout out, she protecting Diana and everything in the car. And it was unfortunate. Now we do know Tyreek's mother was the one who did it because Tyreek's mother was the one who did it because she didn't want her son to be jammed up because try to get him out the way, try to get clean and leave. So she took upon herself to do it. Now Diane asked Tyreek to do so because Drew and Diana wanted Monet gone because they found out she was responsible for killing unaliving their father. Poppy was Lorenzo. So it was like it was something Lorenzo was responsible for unaliving Zeke, which is Monet and Mecca's son, Dante son. So it was like it was something going on with that. And because all that went down, realized that Monet went out her way to hire someone who was Drew person, was Gordo. And he had to unalive Gordo. Drew had to unalive Gordo. It was a lot going on last season. He had to unalive Gordo. And because Gordo was responsible for unaliving Lorenzo. Because out of behalf of Monet, because Monet told them some information they needed to know where it was about his father and everything. Kind of like a little tidbit lie about it, but it wasn't Lorenzo that did it because Monet kind of made a tidbit lie that feel like that it was her husband that unalived his father, Gordo's father, but it wasn't. It was Cain. So, but she didn't want to put her son up, so she put up sacrificed another one. So it was a lot going on. So all these people, their bloodshed was happening. And that's what happened. So she's in the hospital fight for her life. So while she's getting surgery done, you see her out of body experience of her looking at herself and like considering passing to the other side. But in that in between, before passing to the other side, like you was gonna fight the little urge, and fight that it's to not to go away. It's not your time yet. And that's what it is. So at that time, she was getting spirits from the past. And who crossed over, talking to her, like Mecca and Lorenzo, talking to her. They both were telling how selfish she was and how she started this empire in the streets and putting the children in danger. All her children in danger. It was her responsibility. And she said, no, I'm not going to fight out this with this. And, he said, you're trying to blame us, but it was all on you. You made all the decision to do so. It was on you. So at the end of the day, you need to live the consequences. So that was that. She was fighting for her life, fighting for her life. She started bleeding a little bit. Her stomach, because she said, oh, this can't. Well, because, complications with the surgery. So she was fighting for that. And afterward, they left. Because after they say what they need to say what they had to say, then Zeke came. His spirit came. And she was talking to Zay, and she said, "Oh my God," he said, "Listen, you could have left me in North Carolina. You used me. This is not have to go down like that." And she said, "Can you give me a second chance?" And second chance for her children, other children that's still alive, Diana, Drew, and Kane. And she said, "You think you deserve a second chance?" She said, "No, but I need this chance." And then after that, he said, "It's not for me to give you." And then she said, "Ask for forgiveness. Can you forgive me?" And after that, his spirit went away. So she is fighting. And after a while, surgery came successfully. She's in deep sleep, but they removed the bullets and everything, but she's deep sleep. And it's to the minute when she gonna wake up or not. So she was in the hospital bed. Then Diana got a call that there was some complications for Monet, her mom, in the hospital bed. Because, just feel type of way about that because, she was responsible for what happened. So the mother was like, at the end of the day, it wasn't Tyreek that did it. Because even though they wanted Tyreek to do so, but it didn't happen. So it's like, that's a main reason why they all kind of turned against the Tyreek. And I said, why all, that's the one thing I didn't like, why y'all all turned against Tyreek. I said that in the last review for last season before we had this long break and everything. I was saying, why? I don't like this all against Tyreek all of a sudden. It's ridiculous because like how the season gonna plays out. It's like everybody against him, and then Brandon's on his side, and like who his allies now. I was like, what's going on? But we gonna talk about what's happening. So she kind of felt responsible, but Drew and Diana still on this mission that they need to get her because like if she wakes up and she remembers what's happening and everything, or somebody could blow the casket that they were responsible, then all hell's break loose. Now Kane's running the warpath. Kane's in the warpath like rampage. I said warpath. He's on the rampage because he believes that Tyreek was the one. Because Diana told a lie and told Kane that Tyreek was the responsible for doing what he did to their mother, but that wasn't true. It was Diane and Drew responsible. They set this up, but they didn't tell Kane that because that's a brother. He would flip out. So he thought of Rampage to go after Tyreek, and that's that. So when Diana said, "Ma, I miss you," something like that, Monet started waking up. So Monet wake up and she asks the children what happened, like who did this to me, and Kane came there, Drew was there, and it was like we try to figure that out. We don't know, but that's what Diana told Kane that sorry, it wasn't him, it wasn't Tyreek. I just said that, but it is what it is. She made a mistake, and so now he tried to figure out who is responsible. But that's that. So that's the whole arc of Monet. So we'll see that. So she wanna do right her wrongs. So we'll see what she gonna do. Will she try to? This is the final season, or she gonna try to be successful and get her kids out this best, or go into it like she can't escape now, or she gonna be on their side and take out Tyreek. And I said that there's more enemies that Tyreek has that he don't need in Raiden. So that's that. So we know Davis, right? Davis, he was the lawyer. That's Method Man. And child, listen, y'all. Method Man is one fine ass man. He is such a fine man. That body, the looks, he is like when he get older, it's been chased so greatly. He fits in his sexiness, and oh my gosh, that's shower scene he had with the two ladies that he wanted to get his little fun time with, the threesome with, but eventually we find out that his license is in question right now. So they kind of put on pause on his license. So right now he can't really practice until he fight to get his license back. And so he trying to get that going. And he said, "Listen, I'm gonna fight because nobody just gonna take away my license like that." So it is that kind of moment. But we're gonna push pause on that. But I just want to let you know that yes, he's fighting for his license, and they kind of put no questioning about things that happened with Sachs and some of the things that he felt like was minute. Why didn't he take his license away? At the end of the day, if Sex was still alive, he wanted to get disbarred anyway. So why I'm in trouble for what's happening? But that's what's the thing. So Norma wants Tyreek out because kind of threatened his her daughter. He knows her daughter's alive. Anya, they found a hit on her, so like that. They found where she's at, know what alive and everything. So no, Norma's want to get that straightened out because she can't handle loose ends, and that they going after her daughter. That's like you created a war. You started a war, basically. So we found out Braden was getting a hit, and he not hit, but he got a lead and saying something about green cards. Obi, the Norma assistant, kind of like low key was working and told and working for Tyreek and Brandon or trying to help them out and trying to because they were trying to make a deal to help Obi out in some way, shape, or form. So that's what it was like a little arrangement. So I guess Obi told Braden that it was gonna go down at the warehouse. So he got that lead, and that's when he came to help Tyreek out of the bind. Because I was like, oh my gosh, because I was like, Braden and Tyreek had a little spat. So it was like Tyreek was on his own. At that moment, he thought he was working with people, but he realized everybody just turned on him. Effie, Diana, Drew, Kane. I was like, it was like everybody against him. I said, what? It is ridiculous. Now that their mom is in the fight for her life. Norma is out to get Tyreek because it's like he knows where her daughter's at and try to use that as leverage to one up on Norma. So it was like a lot. So it continued from what it started from last season with the shootout going on and everything. Brady hit someone. When we found out it was Kane. Kane got hit, and so he's bleeding his arm, but he's still angry, and he like seeing red, and he want to go after Tyreek hard, like he is seeing red. So the bodyguards, well, some of the bodyguards was there, realized why Braden's in it, so how you let him. But they was like, yo, you let him around here. You told him about something like that. So, Obi's alive to two bodyguards. And that's that. So Tyreek and Braden is wonderfully alive. Who's on the one? Sharp in the clock glass. I carry on the run. And Lord, we're not next to you. Take me. Yes, so they was on the run. Uh, and they don't really have a plan. What's going on? What's their plan? It's like they're running away from someone. They don't have a plan. They don't know what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, so they got to see what's going to happen. They Morgan and driving and see what's going to do. And that's not happening. So Norma wants Tyreek to be dealt with. She wanted him to be dealt with. He kind of threatened my daughter. And so that freaked Norma out. So she had to get her daughter out for safety because her daughter was going to school. And I think everybody was like that, so let's go to school. And took the daughter out for school to drive her somewhere to hide her to a place so she could be safe. So Norma is like freaked out about that. So he that was Tyreek's plan was to go after Norma's daughter, and Pinky was following. Pinky was following Anya and said that they lead on Anya, and that's what Tyreek was trying to use to get the leverage. She said, if we could get her, we could get what we need to get for right now for Norma. So Angel Young, we found out that's the nephew of Angela Valdez. And Angela was the freaking chick that a lot of us don't like in original Power, who was messing with Tyreek's father, Ghost. And Ghost was cheating on Tasha for Angela. That was his chick, side chick to the guards. So that's an aunt. So that's it's personal for him. And so before we find out, Sax was unalive, and he sent a flash drive. Sax was sending some letters out to different people and trying to tie loose ends of what was going on and keep let people up to speed of what's happening. And that was his last go to, like his farewell gift to people. So he sent a flash drive to Agent Young. And Agent Young was looking at that. He's new to the force, and he just joined, and he tried to make a name for himself. But at the time that was happening, the case got dropped. The Sax dad and the lead and Jenny Sullivan is not around, and she got let go of the case. So it's like they kind of dead the case, and you had no leads, nothing going on. So he's found some like connections with Tariq and Obi and Norma and stuff like that. But the person who was head of it, I forgot her name, but that's the one called Dante. Dante, so like that. So because it's been so long when the show hasn't been on, so you may forget some of the names. So I had to we were trying to figure out who was which. But that's the only name I probably couldn't figure out. But the lawyer, she said, "Listen, we got to edit this because he was trying to get a lead. He tried to get ahead. He tried to say, listen, if you let me hit, if you question someone, use the Hail Mary, try to figure it out because he said he was going to say something, but it was not going to stick. But he said if they took the bait, then it will work out. But there's like a little Hail Mary for him. But that's what she said. Let it go. The case is dropped, done. If you want to keep your job, you just do what I have to say, and you will be great here. You gotta let this case go because it's not happening." So he was like, F it. He gonna continue doing what he needs to do. So Effie is driving Kane, and she thanks him for, she realized he was the one that sent the cell phone to her place, well, not her place, when she was in the cell at the time, in jail. And that. So he wanted to go to Westing. And, that's Braden's and Braden's family's house. And he trying to figure out where Braden at. Because if he get to Braden, he know with Tyreek and they together. And that's that. So he trying to get the location. So he is seeing red. He's mad. He's mad. Yes, he definitely is mad, but that's that. So Drew and Diana's talking, and they is trying to get some leverage and trying to figure out where Braden's at. Because at this point, they are trying to take out Tyreek and Braden. They loose ends, they loose case, and they can't. Drew and Diana is like worried that Tyreek will spill the beans, so they had to let Tyreek will spill the beans for the mom wake up because the mom wake up. She probably get no memory of what's happening. So if Tyreek spilled the beans, it gonna blow this whole operation that they responsible. So they is trying to get at Tyreek and Braden themselves. Why Kane is trying to come at them Tyreek because Diana told him about think that Tyreek's the one that shot Monet it wasn't him. So they all is tracking him down, Tyreek and Braden, because Braden's on the run. Like so they were trying to talk. So they had a plan to get Braden's sister Becca. So they was at the dorm room, and Becca came in. He said, "Oh, we got Braden like that, and he's in trouble about something that else about some money that he's deal with shady, and you know where he's at. So we're gonna take you over there." She said, "Let me call my father." And said, "No, we're gonna take it to Braden." So that's that. While that was happening, and Tyreek and Braden is trying to figure out. No, before that. So the guards are trying to get Norma's daughter, Aunt Anya, and get her somewhere. So they grabbed her up where she's at, take her to somewhere. They're trying to fly her out. She's in the car. She's like giving them attitude because she said she know why she getting put away, and y'all need to leave me alone. So she put her headphones on and said, "That up, open the turn off the windows up, tune him out, and all that stuff." So it was like, okay, we find out where she's at. So the guards is on alert, because they saw a car coming down. So they saw the car, and they had to say, Tyreek and Brandon realized that they was outnumbered. There's too many of the guards. There's only two of them. So they said, if they outnumber us, how we gonna do this? And we got to outsmart them, and that's what we had to do. So they outsmart them, and hold up, to outsmart them, and that's what he did. He put the car in drive and went down on his own. Nobody was inside, so the guards took it as and they shot the car up. So while that was happening, they came from the back. They said, pop everybody. I said, oh snap! But some of them got away, and they still got iron to safety to the house. So that's what happened. That was close, but they almost had her. They didn't get her. So, and it was so funny. When all that was going on, I was in a car listening to her music. She was like, mm, 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 mm. Right? So she was not paying attention. So at this point, Norma put a bounty on the heads of Tyreek and Braden. She put $100,000 each if somebody could come and take them out. She want them out. And Obi said, let me trying to help you and all that jazz. And they let me help you. Let it so like that kiss on her finger. And she slapped them. She said, you want to help me? Get them gone. It's like that. So, Obi trying to get Norma in the right path. He said, listen, we can't let our operation get blown up on us and get the real scoop on us. So we gotta let this go, and we just see, and probably need to open your eyes a little bit more. So, and she said, go ahead, you want to help? Then give me these people. Here now, after Obi left, Iron came in. Iron the one trying to figure out what is going on. And I try to help keep you safe. She said, blah, blah, blah. So like that. He said, I don't want to happen to you like your father is. She said, yes. And it was like that. But he's not telling me what's going on. It is ridiculous. And his dad was brave enough to say and tell me up front and confront things. You try to ship it away. He said, well, we will try to get you focused on school and stuff like that and not be part of what I'm doing. She said, well, you took me out of school and bounced me back around. So what is really going on, Ma? And that's that. So they had a little spat. She went upstairs. And like I said, Kane is on a rampage. So he broke into Thing house because he was trying to go to Weston, but Diana tried to take him to the hospital. And he said, no, I want to Weston. And that's what it is. So he got in the house. He was beating up Brandon's brother. I forgot the brother's name, but he beating him up. And the father coming down, he said he put the gun on the father and trying to figure out what's happening there. And the father said, we don't know. They both don't really know where Brandon's at. Brandon just went on AWOL. He went somewhere. Like I said, he's on the run. And they don't know where he's at. They truthfully don't know where he at. So he said he keep beating him. I said, hey, but at the end of the day, beating him up and trying to allow them what he needs to do is not going to get you the answers. They don't know where he's at. So you going doing all this, you need to do so to get some information. If they don't know it, you is basically wasting your time. It's pointless doing all that. So Effie came in. She said, Kane, they don't know where he at. And that's that. He said, we truly don't know. And he said, listen, the father at that time, he called the cops. But he said, if you leave, we ain't going to tell the cops nothing. All right? So while that was happening, Drew and Diana had Becca. They was going to call. So Braden's phone was ringing, and he answered because he think it was his sister, but nobody was saying nothing. So he overheard the phone and said everything. So Drew said, you hear her? We got your sister. Come to Pier 9 or your sister is dead, basically. And Braden's freaked out. And Tommy was trying to collect Braden and hold Braden and calm him down so he won't go out there alone and no arm and just going in blindly. But Braden listened, he needs to go to sister. He panicking, so he drove off and he tried to get help. So that's when I said, hold on about the Davis. Davis was in the shower, he was a fine ass man. They in the shower, he was trying to get his freaking dicky on. And then he get a call from Tyreek. His phone was ringing. One of the girls brought it to him, and he said, "Okay, y'all finish over here. Do what you continue doing over here, and I'll come back and finish with y'all." But I didn't answer his call, so he called Tyreek. Tyreek said, "Oh my God, no!" Tyreek called him. He answered the call, and Tyreek said, "I need your help. I need your help." He said, "Listen, I don't have my license right now, so I can't be a lawyer." He said, "I don't need no lawyer right now. I need your help as electronic brainer." He said, "Listen, I don't know what to tell you, but I can help you." He's not losing his license, and he can't help you until that clears up. Until he gets his license back, he can't. They be there for Tyreek. He said, "Can't help you," and he hung up the phone. And Tyreek said, "Oh my gosh!" So while they were driving, Drew and Diane were driving. Diana got a call about some complications happening in the hospital. So Drew, he said she wanted to go to the hospital, so to have Drew drive her to the hospital. Drew said, "I'm not doing that," and he said, "If you want to go to the hospital, you need to take a cab." I said, "Oh, you is heartless." So she went to go to the hospital, and he continued driving. So while they was driving, Becca wanted to call someone. She wanted to call on her phone, and she wanted to call her father or call Brandon. And Drew was not having it. She said, "Let me call. Let me call." He said, "Nah." And they was rubbing the back of the food, rubbing the back. He's driving. He trying to rub it with the phone. And she said, "What?" Bass. His eye. He said, "Oh my God. And she got out the car and she was running for her life. Running for her life. She's a runner. She a track star. She was tracking, and Brandon kept caught up, and he got his sister. But it's like at that moment, Drew caught up, so he had a gun in his hand. He was trying to do something. I said, "Oh my gosh, what can we do? What can we do with them?" And lucky Tyreek came at the moment because he wasn't getting no help from Davis. Tyreek came, and as Drew had a gun in his hand and he was trying to shoot out the window, Tyreek ran his car into Drew. And so that kind of like stunned him for a little bit. And Tyreek said, "Listen, if you do anything around here, I will tell Monet everything. Listen, stop it." So he basically going to threaten to let him know, "I will tell him everything. So leave us alone right now." And Tyreek was shooting at Drew, just like that. And then Brandon got him and so they left. So while Dave was on the phone, they were trying to get his license back. He was going off. He said, "Listen, I'm not going down in the fight because this is ridiculous." Norma and Obi came in his place, and Dave was at his gun now. He said, "Listen, you step. If I get arms get tired, there's something going to happen." And Norma trying to blind him. So they said, "I put a hit out on $100,000 on Tyreek and Braden. Help me out. Tell me where he at." And Davis, as a great standing man he is, fine man, a great standing man he is, he turned down, he refused it. And she said, "You better hope that it's not your wrongdoing, but it is what it is." And he said, "Get the hell out of my, get it out." But he did call Tyreek and told Tyreek that it's a bounty on their heads, $100,000 each. So that freaked out Tyreek. He said he needs to leave, go to New York, and get the way out of here. Get out of here. And he said, "Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?" He said he got some money stashed away. He said he'll do that and go. And then you call me when you safe somewhere. And he said, "Got you, bet." So Braden got back at home. The father is freaked out. He said, "Listen, what's going on?" And he said, "You need to leave. Don't ever come back." Becca says, "Daddy, stop. Don't do that." And Brady said, "What are you going on?" He said, "No, because you involved in the drug, you involved in the streets, and I knew this was going to happen to you. You want to put this life, you put our family in danger. Your brother getting beat up, sister in trouble. Like, listen, stop it. You can't come back." He basically disowned Brady's house. Brady said, "They F this family too. How did y'all?" So basically, Tyreek and Braden is their own family together, and they've been together, riding and dying. And I said, "Oh my gosh, they need a hug. They need a hug." I said, oh my gosh, I don't like this. They've got nobody in their corner right now. Now, David's in the corner, but he trying to help as much as he can. But he did tell them about the $100 bounty he's had. So Tyreek told Brandon about the bounty. It's like, what going on? And now it's like they try to figure things out. They say, you know what? We only got each other. I'm with you to the end till we get our stuff out this mess. And Tyreek said, listen, I'm sorry because I put you into this. It's like, listen, what if we were just regular college, regular people who just will go to school, study, freaking girls, and that's it. And we're gonna go in this life. I said, yeah, that would be the life. That would be the life. Yeah, I just had your regular normal college experience. You had to be dealing with this, but you know, added extra layers of selling products, substances, and then being a part of life and killing people and so is a lot. It's a lot. So I think Drew and Diane was talking, and Drew told I say, what's going on? She said she's stable. Look like she might waking up soon and everything. But he said, listen, Tommy threatened to tell Monet and everybody about what happened. And so for all that to happen, you need to put a pillow in mom and end this. And I said, oh, not the pillow. You got to go all the way. You wanted to do it in the first place, man. You can better go all out now. Go all out. Sure. And he wanted to tell everything. So Drew not want to have that happen. So he said, for all that, for the truth to come out, that you need to unalive her mom. But, you know, that didn't happen. So, you know, Kiki's on campus. Kiki was on campus, so was Ash. So Kiki said, oh, hey, what's going on, Tyreek and Brayden? And they just ignore her. She's like, get the fuck you there, bitch. She was pissed. He said, get back in there. Like, what the hell? Y'all rude. And so Agent Young was talking to Ashley. And Kiki recognized who he is. He said, she can recognize a cop a mile away. She said, we can't have that. Don't even talk to him because he's a cop. He said, how you know a cop? I don't need to be experienced to know I could spot one from a mile away, and you will definitely weekend cop. And he said, oh, okay, whatever. So Ashley said, how you know he was a cop? He said, girl, you need to learn to read people. Read people and figure out the clues around you. She said, oh, well, can you help me figure that out? I said, you ain't get no for Kiki. So Effie and wait, hold on. Oh, I forgot. After Kane was doing what he was doing, Effie took Kane to the doctor, street doctor or whatever, not to the hospital, and got the bullet out his arm and patch him up. And he said, listen, you know what's going on because you kind of end your life and everything. The doctor said, oh, that's like that, the other stuff that people ain't hear. It's like Kane probably hear this a lot of times. He know what's going on. And he said they want to hear that. So Effie excused the doctor. And they had a little moment of Effie and Tyreek. He said, that's a little nice thing for them to get together. And they talked and be there for them and say, listen, we get this. We got it. And Kane thanks Effie for getting him out the mess that he was in the spunk he's in because he said he could have just been too much. And they kiss and get distracted and else like that. I said, oh. But they had to go and still get what they do. So that's when they went to the campus. And then what Tyreek and, not Tyreek, what Kane and Effie got there, they ran into Kiki. She said, oh, what's going on? What's up with y'all? Everything here? And she was trying to have small talk with them. But, you know, they were being rude and flippant to her. She said, damn, what's everybody? I try to be nice and everybody coming after me like that. But she did let them drop know that Brayden and Tyreek is at the campus. So Kane texted Norma and said that Tyreek and Brayden is here at this campus, Stanfield campus, and send them money now or whatever it was, and get the money ready. So Norma proceeded to text a lot of other people, Kane and Diana, well, Kane told Norma, so Norma, they got the hit like that, and they got the information. So Drew got the text. A lot of people got the text. It was this Asian lady. I don't know where she came from. She got the text. It was another hitman got the text, and a lot of other people was getting texts of Drew, Diana. These other people was getting texts about Tyreek's there, and it's $100 for each bounty or each of their heads, and that's that. So everybody's going to the campus, and so while this is happening, while Kane and Effie is trying to find Kane and Tyreek, Effie texted Tyreek and told him that um, Norma know y'all on the campus, y'all need to leave, and Kane and others is coming on your way. So I was like, why Effie did that? Because at this moment, I said it was good that she did tell them because they won't be blindsided. They could be one step away, one step ahead of the people. But I was like, it's interesting that even though she's helping Kane and she's down on the side and they all want to turn against Tyreek, in some way, still, shape, or form, she has still a soft spot for let him warn him that they coming after him. Now I don't know why she did that, and maybe she still has some soft spot for Kane, Tyreek, because it's always she always had a thing for Tyreek for some way, shape, or form. And she always had been loyal to him and being a ride or die for him at so long time, like just pushing products for him and doing things. And he always would go to Effie. And then they started building feelings and they sleeping around with each other because it's like that's like a bit of his Tasha. But things happen. And but Tommy would really look like Lauren, the other girl. He really liked her, but put her life in danger. So she's away. Paige. Um, I think her name is Paige, right? Yeah, Paige, something like that. And he really liked her. So it was a lot going on. But she texted Tyreek, and I said, "That's interesting that you text him." I said, "That's interesting." I said, "Wow, she's great. She still has a little heart for him." And I said he needed that because I still wasn't liking everybody going against him. He needs some kind of break. So they go to get the stash. Everybody trying to find them. They're trying to leave or go somewhere. So Agent Young met up with Tyreek and Braden. They stopped him. He was questioning them. He flashed his badge. And he said about some green cards, and they said they don't know about that. And then that's when he revealed that his aunt was Angela Valdez. And he said, "Oh." So he said, "Who's Angela?" She said, so Tyreek said, "That's my father, bitch." Father, bitch. She was a federal investigator. And that's that. And now we find a connection. So he was trying to make a connection with Norma, the Orby, and everything else, the green cards, all that stuff, trying to get Tyreek to get information. So while they was talking, one of the hitmen took a shot at the direction. So this fractured everyone. So Tyreek and Braden skedaddled somewhere else. And Agent was going back and forth. Agent Young was going back and forth with the guy. And they were going back and forth free fall. So at one moment that they was like behind the cars, the hitman was there and Agent Young was over there. And the hitman took one shot and the agent took a bullet in his head and is unalive. So he's dead. And I said, "Oh snap." So Braden came behind Agent Young, and hit him from the back. And then Tyreek said, "Listen, because Angel told him about the flash drive he got received, and he said he could use that for leverage. So he said, let's call Norma, tell her a little truth, because if any day information come out, they gonna be down. And nothing they want to tie them down right now. What's bigger than their figure operation? Yes, she wants Tyreek in them head, but they cannot take them back to Italy or blow up their operations. They need what they need. So he called Norma. She said, "You got to be out of my mind." And he said, "This is a federal agent. Flash the badge. He got information. It could take you down." It's like that. So Obi was telling Norma, "You need to listen to him. Like, call the truce for right now." He said, "Let's call the truce, or This FBI agent will be on your hands, and you go down for what's happening. So Norma gave in and said, listen, all right, I'm gonna let you live for now, but you better not even sell a product, not even aspirin, not even Tylenol. If I find out you selling anything, I'm coming after you. So they call the truth from right now. And that's kind of messed up because he need the money, he need the bread. So how you gonna get the bread if he can't sell the products, or you can't sell her products or sell anything because they're gonna come after them. So he's gonna buy. So he Tyreek ended up like, he's no stranger to unalive people. So he ended up unaliving Angel, and it made it seem like it was like a bad school shootout that got the officer alive and thing. And that's what the plan. They top Brandon went and he went to call the police campus and tell them what's happening at the garage. It's just two people off standoff, and he sees somebody with a gun, and that's what happened. And so it won't be tied to them, to this per se. And the cameras, he shot the camera, so it won't be no cameras on them. So it's like you can't use that. So he had a plan. So while that's happening, Kane saw Tyreek. So Kane tried to find Tyreek and went after him. And so Tyreek called Drew, and he said, "Listen, your brother coming after me. You better call it off and tell him, other now, unless I tell him everything." He said, "Don't do that." So, well, you need to stop your brother then. So at that time, Tyreek was already talking to the officers about what's happening to let it straight that it was just some shooting going bad at the school campus. So that's what Drew told Kane to let it go. Diana made a mistake. She told you it was Tyreek, but it wasn't Tyreek. He said it was happening. So that's why Drew and Kane and all of them went to the hospital at that moment. So at that moment, when she called the truth, she texted people to stand down. But Kane didn't want to do that. He gonna act like he didn't hear it. That's what he continued going on. And that's what Drew got the campus, and he called Drew, and that's why that stuff happened there. Now, cut to the end of the episode. We got Mike Ealy. I said, go Mike Ealy, little handsome man. Because, little handsome man. And he's a detective, Detective Carter. And he was confessing something to his father. He said, excuse me, Father, I have sins. I'm confessing. He's a little confession. I don't think he had sins. He's confession about his thoughts. He talked about his late wife, Denise, got unalive. She got murdered. And he tried to figure this out. Now, we don't know what Denise, because I'm trying to put together who, we got to account to who this person is, but it's unknown. So we don't know the connection happening, but we do know he's around, and he's trying to find justice. And he's in the force. He's the FBI himself, and he was in the field and doing little task work. And he gonna figure out what's happening to his wife, and he gonna get revenge on that. Now, meanwhile, the mom of Angel, who's Angela's sister, she went to it. She knows Detective Carter, Mike Ealy's character, and she was saying, "Oh my gosh, they said something about my son, and I know it was no bad school shooting. I feel like he was murdered. He was murdered, and she feel like St. Patrick is responsible, and some of the people he's connected with is responsible for her son murder." And he hugged the mom and said, "I'm gonna put down, basically, unalive someone who did that to Angel." Because he's like, this boy, he just got into the force, and that's messed up. So he knows personally the mom, and she knows Detective Carter, and he gonna do so. So I said, here's another person gonna be in the mix of everything, and the fact that he's in here now, and it's who this person Denise is, and connected to all this is happening, it is something to go by. But that was the episode number 1. Hope y'all enjoyed this review of everything. Hope I gave y'all all the details. If I missed anything, please put it down in the comment section down below. Hit that thumbs up button, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and tell me how you feel about this episode. I'm happy to talk about this season, even though I'm happy it's come back, I'm sad that it's ending. This is the final season. It's going to be split in two parts. The first couple episodes will be in this June, and the second set of episodes will be September. So, we got two parts for the season, and we're going to be here for it. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.